Good morning students, myself Dr. Shirisha, Associate Professor from CSE Department, MLR Institute of Technology. In this session, we are going to see what are PHP variables, how to declare the PHP variables and how to execute the PHP programs using these variables. In the overview of this presentation, I would like to tell you what is a PHP variable and rules for defining the variables. There are some naming conventions which we have seen in the HTML and all, and here also we see how this naming rules are defined for variables in PHP. Scope of variables and also based on different examples. So, what is PHP variable? Variables are the containers for storing the information. So, variables are stored or declared here, defined here with the $sign. So, $A equals to 10. So, 10 is getting stored. That means storing the information. A is storing what? 10. Okay. So, a variable starts with $sign followed by the name of the variable. So, this is $sign. Okay. Dollar. And this is the name of the variable. Okay. Now, here, what is the variable? Txt is a variable, x is a variable, $y is a variable. And you are not giving any data type here, directly you are storing. If you wanted to store string, just give it in double quotes. If you wanted to store a number, just give the number here. Okay. So, what are the rules for defining the variables? A variable starts with a $sign followed by the name of the variable. A variable name must start with a letter, underscore character. That means what? You can give $A and $_A also can be given. A variable name cannot start with a number. If you give $2, no, it is not a variable. You cannot start. Or $2A, this is also not fine because it is going to start with a number. That cannot be done. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Alphanumeric characters means what? $A23. That is okay because A it is followed by alphanumeric, then it is starting with A. Underscore A23 is also okay. So, such variables can be declared. This can be defined, this can be defined, this can be defined. You can't define these two as they are starting with the numbers. Variable names are case sensitive. $age and capital AGE are two different variables, as we have seen in the example in the last session where we have given a color in our lower case. Uppercase if you are giving, you are getting an error. So, such things need to be taken care. And in this example, I just wanted to show you how the variable is declared and how it is going to print. So, txt and $txt you are printing, right? So, let me, so $txt. So, we are wanted to define txt as PHP and you wanted to print what? That you have to give it in the statements here. So, just give welcome to, okay, here text txt, okay, and here I just wanted to remove the statement and only print welcome to txt. So, just execute this. So, welcome to PHP has been printed. But the same if you wanted to use capital TXT here, what happens? You will get an error because the variables are case sensitive here. So, here capital TXT is not getting printed. Okay. So, this is the example where it is showing you the same. Next, and here you are trying to evaluate some expression. So, just see here how to evaluate an expression here. So, I am giving $x is equals to 5 and $y is equals to 5. So, two different variables I have given, and to print the statement I am using echo. You can either use echo in the uppercase or lowercase, anything. Then so x. So, what is $x? $x is 5 plus $y. So, this is how your PHP is providing the robustness, and it is very simple and flexible to execute your PHP programs just by knowing how to declare a variable. That is, using $ you can do, and printing you can using echo you can execute it. Okay. Then, Scope of the variable. Moving to the scope of the variables in PHP, variables are declared anywhere in the script. It is not that like C, we have to define it in the first line then followed by the statements. Here we can declare the variables anywhere at any time. Scope of the variable is part of the script where variables are referenced or used, and there are three different scopes: local, global and static. Local, which is within the scope; global, which is outside the scope; static, which is fixed. Local scope. Local, a variable declared within the function. So, within the function is a local scope. So, if you see here, can only accessed within that function. In PHP, you can define the function using a function keyword like your JavaScript and AngularJS. Function followed by the function name. X equals to 10 is declared and echo inside the function you are printing this. Outside the function, you are calling the function. This is the function call and echo outside the function. So, let me show you how it will work. So, inside the function x equal to 10. Why inside the function is getting worked? Because this function is declared and when you are calling this function, inside the function what is there? It will go to this block. So, what is there in this block? $x is defined. Inside the function you are printing the $x. So, x is 10 is printing. But echo outside the function, if you wanted to print $x, you are getting this out error because it is only declared within the function. Okay. Now, let me show you global scope. So, the variable can be declared outside the scope, that is a global scope. So, global scope and can be accessed outside a function. So, x is 10, function is declared and outside the function also you are giving here. Okay. So, what I will do? So, here x equal to 10 is declared within the function. Now, I will remove this and I just wanted to give it here outside the function. Your function is having only one statement inside here and the function call and outside the function here. Okay. Let me try this. So, what happened? Inside the function you are getting error, outside the function you are printing the statement. So, this is a global declaration. Because this is declared global, that means outside, only outside statements are getting executed. The global keyword is used to access the global variable from within the function. To do this, we use the global keyword. Global keyword, you can access a global variable from within the function. Means, here you have declared x equals to 10 outside, but even though within the function, if you give global, then what happens? This also will get executed, this also will get executed. So, let me change this code. So, here I have given $x outside, but here what I wanted to give, just take it global $x. That means what? Previously for this program, we didn't get the output for inside the function. Now, if you refresh, we will get for both the things. What we have done for to access the value inside the function, what we are going to do? We are taking this global keyword. So, this global keyword, even though it is declared outside, it makes the variable work inside the function also. Okay, that is about the global keyword. Then, PHP also stores all the global variables in an array called globals. So, global is a keyword to make global values to be executed within the function also, and there is also some $globals of index to store all the global variables in an array. The index holds the name of the variable and this array is also accessible from within the function, can also be update the global variables directly. So, here is a program where we are taking, we are trying to execute all the array functions. So, here let me take this x. So, inside outside both are getting work because we have given globals here. Okay. Next, Static. Static variables are when a function is completed or executed, all its variables are deleted when a function is completed. Sometimes when you want local variable not to be deleted, you need it for the further job, then we use the static keyword, and which when you first declare the variable. So what is happening when your function is first executed, then all the variables will get deleted, and then if you want not to delete or not to erase one of the variable, then make it static using static keyword. So here is an example for static keyword. So here what we are doing is we have taken a PHP variable called x and made $1 as static, because after calling this function we just don't want to delete it. So we have incremented the value. So initially when a function is called, so you have to print its value and make it increment the other time. So just see the output 0, 1, 2. So initially you have declared 0, and as this is static, when you are calling, so initially it is 0. But when x plus plus is given, the other time whenever you are calling, it is incremented to 1, and again for the third time when you are calling, it is incremented to 2. So that is a use of static variable. So in this session, we have discussed about the scope of variables like local, global and static variables, and PHP variables and rules for defining the variables are also discussed. Hope you all understood. Thank you all.